Hello, this is Talmir, and welcome to another episode 3 in fact, on the Silverleaf server. I've been at this for a while now, and as you can see, there's just 2 chests, and there's a bit more in here of magma blocks. So, obviously what you can take a wild guess at what I'm doing. I'm going to be going and making a gold farm. It's one that I found from Rayworks, which is an AFK gold farm, but not just a gold farm, but also an XP farm. That's pretty epic. So it seems to be really good. It even has the ability to do a little bit of bartering with piglins. For this build, I'm going to need an elytra, and I do have from this book right here from Nailed. I have a mending book, but I also have in this equipment box 1 elytra from that XD and 1 elytra also from Nailed. So I'm going to leave a link in the description for the video for Rayworks. So if you guys are wanting to or interested in seeing what that's all about, it will be there and available for your perusal. So let's get that unbreaking book and get our materials and the rest of the materials that we need to go and make this farm. And here I stand in what seems to be the endless sky of the wastes, the nether wastes. What am I doing here? Well, I have all the ingredients that I need. The building materials, in order to go and make that gold farm. That's the one from Rayworks. I'll be linking it in the description, but I've got all of them, every single box that I need in order to make it, including all the little meticulous individual bits and pieces that are needed for the entire construction of this farm. So, we're going to immediately get to it. I actually almost forgot to record this, but fortunately I caught it just in time. So what I'll be doing is doing a bit of a time lapse, so here we go. Well, that took a while, at least took a while for me. Not so much for you. It's been, I don't know, I think I spent maybe about 5 or 6 hours going through and making this critter. Maybe not 6 hours, maybe somewhere between 4 and 5 hours. It was a lot of fun to make and a lot of pain to make, but it is working quite well. The only problem is that I, by mistake, put this in a crimson forest biome, which was... It's not the biggest deal in the world. It's supposed to be in another wastes biome, but as you can see quite well, it is producing many zombie piglin. So it is doing the trick. But I wasn't originally intending to put this in, was to put in a piglin, which is supposed to go just down here. I can't really show it in this angle. Oh no, here. Here. That's where he's supposed to be going. So I've been waiting on putting in those carts right there, the mine carts. There's supposed to be 24 of them going in there in order to cause the zombie piglin to die instantly, or at least close to instantly as possibly instantly can be. And in here, as I said, that's where the piglin goes. So first I put them in here, and then that one gets done. So there is still 1 trapdoor that I am supposed to put in right... you can't see it. But it's where you can see that minecart rail just being right there. I need to replace that with a trapdoor. but it's such a dangerous thing to do that I wanted to get this looked after first. So let's get that thing spawning. I just need a piglin, just one, and before that happens, I have found out this the hard way. Hoglins also spawn in this area, so if you really want to make sure that you don't die, good idea to break out my bow. I've got 20 arrows, that's okay, I can deal with that. In the meantime, I badly need to get my bow out. Oh, hopefully this works. Alright, we got one, guys. So I just gotta jump over there, and I went and way overshot that. Let's just get down there nice and cautious like. There we are. Now he's not gonna chase after me, which is great. He's already got a sword in his inventory. I do not need this guy. Let's get rid of him. Come on. And that guy ain't gonna attack me because I got gold boots on. I need you off. I feel really bad about this. Well, I just got pushed off by him. How about that? There we go. No. You're not supposed to be in there. Oh, come on. Looks like we got lots this time. I just gotta get rid of this guy first. And yeah, I really need to get... He'll attack me on the spot. I knew it. He did it last time. Like that. And they hit hard. Oh, man. Good thing my armor didn't break. Man, that hurt. Whew. Okay. So, first off, it doesn't matter which one of these are... Oh, let's push this guy off. Goodbye. You are, my friend, going to go and have a lot of fun with a lot of gold. All you need to do is get this gold nugget over to here, and he should go right for that. Come on, there's a gold nugget in there. Gold nugget. Right there. You guys do like gold nuggets, right? I might actually have to go back and get myself a gold ingot because he's just ignoring it. That's it. Time to put down some rails. Not again! Why do they keep wanting to go down there? Okay, so we've got our gold feet on. We've got ourselves one hoglin that cannot get in down below because I got a wooden block on down there. What are you gonna do? Is I'm gonna push this just out here like this. And that's a bit too far, but whatever. And then we're gonna chuck a single ingot right there. And they've seen it immediately. And that wasn't what I wanted. Come on. How about now? Yes! Yes! Oh my goodness. There's so many of them. Let's pick this up and get this guy on in. Now, the only thing that we have left, and I thought we were finished, but we're not. We still got a little bit left to go. And that last bit's to go is to go and get one of the zombie piglins in so that I've got them off to the side and will be the one that detects when I hurt one of these guys. And that'll be perfect. So, I'm just going to gather up my stuff here, and we're going to get that critter on down. Alright, so this needs to be 8 blocks out, so 3 here, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last one is going to be a half slap, and that'll be the 8th one. Let's put that on down right here, and let's go and find ourselves a candidate. Man, come on, move it. You got nothing else to do but move. Oh, look at that. We got a better participant. He wants to be here, so I'm just going to break this, and there's no way he's going to be going anywhere else but forward. So let's break this one, and there we go. And his name is going to be Mr. Grumpy Wiggles. I think that's appropriate. Proud to make your acquaintance, Mr. Grumpy Wiggles. The stupidest name on the face of the planet. I don't believe there's anything else that I need to do, and if this fails, I can always come back, like leave here and then come back, and then they'll all be despawned, and I think that'll do the trick. So if I just punch him, will he go flying off of there? I really hope he doesn't. What if I punched one of these guys? He would know that he would. Oh, but no, he needs to be permanently made well. I hope he doesn't die. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't. I have to make sure he doesn't. So this is how I'm gonna make sure he doesn't die. There's no way he's gonna die from one hit. But what I'm worried about is him dying from going backwards. So, punch. Now everything is angry at me. Everything and everyone, and him perpetually for the rest of his existence should be ticked off at me. As well as all these guys. Oh gosh, they're look at it. They're just come get me. We're gonna fly off here now. Come on up. And where we're going to be landing is right in the center of here. This is where I want to be. They can't get to me. And where I need to go is right here. I just need to dive on down there and go in here. And the XP should be starting to come in. There it begins. Why isn't he coming over? Is he stuck on something? Oh man, I hope he's not stuck on something. Right, well, I'll get back to you guys. I'm going to do some testing, and we'll just see how well this does. It is doing pretty good for what it is. I mean, I've already at 53 levels, and if I go down below, I'll just wait for these guys to pass. Good, alright. So I'm going to pop out here, and then let's go down here. Already the trades are coming in, which is great. But if I go over here, and this is where we're going to find the gold, already got 4 stacks of gold right there. And it always goes to the bottom chest first, so it is working, it is doing what I need it to do. So I'm going to clear out these, I'm going to go and do a bit more AFKing, and then we're going to go back to the overworld and we're going to finish what we were doing with our villager trading hall. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I always seem to enjoy doing the redstone, at least, of these villager trading halls. And as you can see, I am making the 2nd level as of now. I'm still not 100% sure how big I'm going to go with this. I've got 20 modules up here. I do not have 20 modules down below. I think I have 19, and I might increase it to 20. I've only got 3 on this side, but 4 over there. I've been cracking away at this for quite a while, and I think it's coming along very well. Yeah, and I know you guys, some don't mind the diorite, some people hate it. I think that it's all according to the palette. You can make it look good if you use it right. And I think this is a decent use of it. There's a lot of it on the outside, but a lot of it will be covered up. I'm mostly interested in the contrast that I can develop from the white compared to the dark gray. But so far, so good. It's all working. All good. This is the other section of the research base. It's going to take up a massive chunk all the way through here. So I have to map it out, but somewhere up on this ledge up here, like on the top of that cliff, I need to go and make 2 farms. I need to make a melon farm and a pumpkin farm, because at the moment, it's not doing anything right now. I could be AFKing these, or even just my presence in building this. They could be producing pumpkins and melons this entire time. It's honestly quite a waste. So that's something on my list that needs to be done. I'm going to stop wandering around and let's get to work. And in my desire to go and no longer waste time for those farms, I have started working on one of them. This one's going to be the pumpkin farm. And you'll notice this is quite different from the usual design that I use. I decided that I wanted to make something different. Something that would be a lot more efficient and yet would still be able to be shut down. Now, the other design, if you remember, it along here, it doesn't have observers. What it uses is a redstone torch tower that goes from the very bottom all the way to the very top. What it does, though, is it works off of a timer. And so it just sends through that timer a single pulse all the way up, breaks all the melons or pumpkins, throws them in the center, and that's it. 5-minute timer or 10-minute or something like that. I don't want that. I want something like this that will be substantially more efficient. You can see here that I've got a stack of hay bales and kind of like a half of a stack. We're going to turn those into target blocks. And you might be wondering, what exactly, why do you need it to be, why do you need target blocks for? Well, you notice along here, you got a little strip of redstone. Now, on its own, that would be fine. Nothing wrong with that. But the issue here is that although this works, and it works quite well, because it doesn't point into the block here, it means that that is just kind of barely being powered. And if I wanted to go and put a torch tower on both of these sides, and which I will need in order to go and disable the farm, I actually need a single block in the center in order to go and power all the pistons at the same time on both sides. The only way to do that is I absolutely need to have some sort of block right there. And in this situation, that is going to be one of these target blocks. So I calculated that each one is going to need, I believe it's about 40 of these, one on each side, so that's 2, and the tower is going to have 20 platforms, so that's 40 right there. So let me show you what happens, the difference between one block and the other. And you may have seen this in other YouTubers' videos, but if I have this right here like this, you'll notice it immediately goes in from the observer, and it skips this block completely. Because of that, if I put something right there, nothing happens whatsoever. But you see, it's not doing anything. It'll power that one, but that one's not powering. So the moment you go and you break that, and you throw this one in, well, now you've got a connection, and that can happen on both sides. You see that connection there? So there was two things that I needed going here. I needed that to be powering into that, those two, in order to power this block, so that block is being powered. But also I need that to be potentially a powered block in the first place in order to go and put myself some redstone torches in behind. That will extend all these pistons permanently. So I did a little bit of testing in my redstone testing world for that as well. So now if I put that block, you notice that they activate. And there we have it, all connected up. So I'm going to continue working away at this. This is only the very first level of what's going to be a 40 tall structure. But I think that it is an appropriate size, considering that it's supposed to be twice the height of this one at the very least. And you can see that right there is about, I'd say about 12-15 blocks. So at the bare minimum 30 blocks, if not taller. So this down here, this area, this is the collection area, but it's not just the collection area. This is also the spot in which we're going to be using to prevent overflow. So it's a very simple system. You just have a redstone comparator coming out of here. You're going to string along a bit of redstone. You're going to bring it over to here and then into this block, which has the redstone torch right behind it. Now the reason why I'm doing this way and not out here is because if I do it out here, every single time there's even one item that passes, let's put like, I don't know, 5 items into here. You see that? It's just got 5 items that went through. So that means every single time that an item goes through there, because it's so short, you're going to have this system shutting off briefly. And that will affect drops to some degree, I believe, or the growing of pumpkins, I should say. So what you do is you just make it a speck longer. That means that even if it's just one item, that's all it's going to be powered. And if at most, you might get to 2, but that'd be about it. The other thing is, and I've put this wrong, we also need to have another one that comes out the other side. And that'll look like this, where there will be another redstone torch and another comparator coming out the other side. Maybe I don't need to do that. I could just, it looks nice and symmetrical, but it's not necessary. I could just put it like this and write those 2 blocks there. How long is that right there? That's 2, 3, and then out. So 2, 3, and then out. And then I just have a redstone line coming out here. So it's going to make a little bit of filling up. I might get a stack or 2 in here before it actually shuts itself down. And I'm actually fine with that. That's perfectly fine with me. Let's get that block in here. We'll just go and point that into the redstone. And let's put a torch on the back of that. So that right there is both our collection as well as our overflow protection. And in another sense, light protection. Now, you guys might be wondering, why exactly am I making this in the first place? There's other designs that I can use, isn't there? Like, you've got those ones that are like a pallet type, where you've got a whole bunch of pistons, and they're all facing downwards at the pumpkins or the melons, and then you've got the observers that are observing the stems right beside them. Why aren't I using that? Well, to be completely honest with you, it's because they're ugly. That's it. That's the reason. They're just ugly. There's nothing special about them, and I want my farm to be visible. And not just that, there's certain elements to this type of a build that are so much nicer than just a palette of observers and pistons all facing in a particular direction downwards. There's also the fact that it takes a lot of iron. And if not that, then you've got movement, and you've got even more noise because of the rails. It has issues, and it's not what I really want. I want something that looks cool, and this does. It really does look cool. Look at that. Aw, man. So that's what's really important to me when it comes to farms that I build. They need to not just be functional, unless I'm in a pinch or something. They need to be more than just functional. They gotta look nice. They gotta fit the place and what I am intending to do with the project. But there's an issue that I'm dealing with here that I wanted to highlight to you guys here. So I'm just gonna put a block right here. Come on. There we go. Now right here you'll notice that these pistons are extended on both sides. Now I should have realized this. I know enough about redstone now that I should have known this was going to happen. This piston and all the pistons all the way up to the very top are all being bud powered. Yep, you see, it's not powered anymore, but it was, but it wasn't, but now it is. And the simple fix is this. This right here makes the piston crosswise think that it's still being powered. So watch this. Oh, there you go. See? So if I just do it on the one side for making the change that I'm planning, it will still be powered on the other side, or at least think it's still powered. So to fix that, you need repeaters going all the way up on both sides of these particular pistons, all the way up, this side, and on the other side, and then the issue will be resolved. Man, those critters are tall. Look at them. Wow, I'm just going to sit on this tree over here so we can appreciate just how nuts these things are. Wow. 20 units each. Usually I only build them at 10, so they're twice the size they usually are. A portion, I think about maybe a quarter to... I think a quarter? Yeah, about a quarter of it is underneath the ground. But wow. That is pretty epic looking. So, obviously I haven't put anything out on the outside. They do need an exterior. I will be putting in an exterior. It's been less than an hour since I last checked that. That's pretty amazing. So it stands to reason that having this right here, this overflow protection, is definitely an essential for these towers. So for you guys' sake, in case you are interested, I will be, in fact, making a redstone video on how to go and make this, so redstone video tutorial. Thank you guys all for watching another episode on the SILVERLEAF server. If you liked the episode, please leave a like, and if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. Thank you guys all for watching. See ya!